Over the past several months, I have been on a mission to find the best cruelty-free and vegan makeup products for my professional makeup kit. Throughout this process, I have found some hits and some misses, but today I have an order with two new to me companies that I thought we could just unbox together and see what we think. One of the companies is completely cruelty-free and 100% vegan, and the other company is cruelty-free and has vegan options. So we'll go ahead and look at what I've ordered. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, so let's go ahead and look at it together. In my last video, I reviewed some products from the line Clover by Clove and Hallow, which are all cruelty-free and vegan products that are also supposed to be sustainable and affordable. You can go ahead and check out the review of that video. I'll link it above. In that video, I mentioned I needed to give this concealer, their Camo Cover Concealer, another try with foundation that I know I love. So this Camo Cover Concealer is supposed to be a dupe for the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer, which is what was included in my professional makeup kit when I ordered it. So I was looking for a dupe for this, and I have tried it again today with the foundation. This is the HAUS Labs foundation, and I have to say, it's not as bad as when I first tried it in that video, but it does really emphasize a lot of the texture. So even applied in the way that I normally apply it with a foundation I know I love, I would say that I don't think it is a great dupe because I think it emphasizes the texture and it's really dry. As the day goes on, we'll have to look closer and see how it holds up, but so far, I'm not impressed. All right, now let's jump into the fun part. Let's look at the mail. So I ordered two things from Adept Cosmetics, and I had seen Adept Cosmetics before on Hannah Louise Poston's channel. I'll link her down below. She has a lot of singles and a whole eyeshadow collection that she's done several videos on, which are super fun to watch. So I had seen them and I thought they were beautiful, but I had never really known more about the brand than that. And then the other day on Instagram got me again. I got sponsored post for Adept Cosmetics and I started following them, and I looked more into the website and I saw that they are cruelty free and they offer vegan products. They're not 100% vegan. But what I loved about them is when I went to their website, it was very easy to go to the shop and just click down, and they had a specific call out that was vegan options or vegan friendly. And so you could just click on that and it took you to the palettes and the eyeshadow that were available for vegan options. And I love when companies do that to make it very easy that you don't have to go and click on each individual product to see if it's vegan. I think I would, shop more companies if I was more able to find easily if the products were vegan. That's one of the reasons I love shopping companies that are 100% vegan, because it just saves me so much time and research. But like I said, Adept Cosmetics made it very easy for me to find the vegan options, and there were some great ones. The other thing is, I loved their social media because I believe from reading the website and looking at the social media, I believe it's a wife and husband team that work together to create these products, and they're a small business and they have a fun personality on social. They are very supportive of other brands. It's all very positive. So I love to see that. And on top of that, they talk about sustainability and environmental impacts in their branding and on their website. So one of the things about the palette is that they don't put in glitter, parabens, it's white oil free. So they think about the environment as a whole. They also said that they use recyclers whenever possible, and the products are packaged with upcycled packaging. And let me just read you what it says real quick because I don't want to get it wrong. So the outer packaging is made of vegan upcycled plastic and faux leather. The inner packaging is made of upcycled paper and dyed using plant-based dye. So they definitely do seem to consider the environment and the impact of the cosmetics. So that's another reason why I was happy to place an order. Plus, I was even happier because there was a sale on this one. So this is the Plain Jane Eyeshadow and Pressed Pigment Palette, which I'll open in just a minute. And the other thing I just ordered these two things, was this Infinity Stack, which is a magnetic palette so that you can depot or put the magnetic shadows in here. All of the shadows in this palette are magnetic, so they can be taken out and placed in there. And I got this as something to add to my makeup kit because I can always use another magnetic palette so that I can condense and not carry around full entire palettes when I may not use all of the colors. You can, you know, depot blushes and put them in here, and just be able to not carry everything but the kitchen sink with you when you're going to go to a client or something, if you're taking everything with you. So I bought this palette just to have, so it's just an empty palette. But these are called their These are called their Infinity Stack. And so they just have this clear case with the logo, and then it's just magnetic on the inside. But the other reason I specifically chose this one is it's a nice size, you know, it's not too big, but they actually are magnetic, and you can stack the palettes. So you buy more of these and stack them up. So even if this size isn't enough as a makeup artist, you can buy multiple palettes and stack them up. And this way they'll all still be the same shape, the same size, and they'll be magnetic and stack and transport very easily. So I'm happy to give this empty palette a try and put some of my products in there. I will keep you updated on how that goes. So now we have the Plain Jane Eyeshadow and Pressed Pigment Palette. There it is. Let's see if we can get it out. All right, so here's the Plain Jane palette. So I did just want to point out that some of these are considered pressed pigments, and that's just due to an ingredient in the formulation that is not intended for use on the eyes directly in the United States, though it is approved in the European Union. So that's the ACI 1 and ACI 7, as well as ACI 14, ACI 11, and ACI 16. So these kind of purplish ones up here are pressed pigments, as well as these two in the front. These are also pressed pigments, and the rest are eyeshadow. So you're getting this first look here just like I am, and they look beautiful so far. I will love to swatch them and try them out. I also believe on the website that they mentioned their shadows perform best with using an eyeshadow primer first. So here is that Plain Jane Remastered palette. Okay, on to the next part of the haul. This is the second company I ordered from, and I did order a little bit more this time. I was actually looking for the Barbie palette, and I thought that would be fun with the new movie coming out to get the Barbie eyeshadow palette and review it, and it had some fun pink colors. And of course it was sold out when I went to the site, and then as soon as I ordered, it was restocked. But I didn't order it because I think I probably, with all of the things I got instead, have some equivalent colors. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Glamlite order. Now Glamlite is 100% vegan and cruelty-free, so I was able to choose any of the products without worry. I've never shopped with this brand before, so let's go ahead and see what I picked up. I don't even remember at this point what I picked up. It was a lot. They were having a sale, and I love a good sale. So this first one here is the Glamlite Cupcake palette. So this one it's like a red velvet cupcake palette, and it has lots of different shades of like reds and pink. Like I said, I was looking at that Barbie palette, and there were a lot of course, shades of pink and things like that. So I saw this on there, and it's not a color I don't really have any red. I have some pinks, but I don't really have any reds in my collection. So I thought, you know, that would be a good thing to have. It's not necessarily the most commonly used eyeshadow color, but depending on if I'm going to keep it for myself or add it to my makeup kit, maybe I will need to have some reds in my makeup kit. So here's the cute little oven that it's in. 100% cruelty-free and vegan. So it pops open. Oh, how cute is that? That's very cute. Now, I do have to say, I don't think these products are probably environmentally friendly. There's a lot of packaging here, but boy, are they sure cute. So, cute little cupcake packaging. Has a little nutrition facts on the back. That's cute. All right. The big reveal. Dun, da, da, da. Okay, I have to say this is pretty darling. We've got the sprinkles on the inside. This cupcake here, or this shadow pan here, has the cupcake kind of embossed on it. These colors, surprisingly, though there are some really bright ones in here, there are some nice mattes that look like they will really help you with the transition shade, in addition to the beautiful shimmers in there too. So I'm definitely excited to try out this formula and see how they perform. But we've got some cute options to try in there, and I'm really pleased with the variety of shades in this one. So there's more. Should we keep going? Let's go on. I was going to say that all the Glamlite products were food themed, but I don't think that's actually true anymore. I think that's how they started, and they originated out of the founders' love of food and makeup and combined the two passions there. The first was a pizza palette. This I've just learned from the website and doing a little more research, but not a lot on the company. But they started off with only food related products, but now they obviously have that Barbie palette. They had, I think, a Scooby-Doo collection. There is a Bride of Chucky, a Rick and Morty. I think that's the right name. I don't know, Rick and Mort. I'm not sure. But I think that they have started expanding, but they did just have a Hershey's collab that released, so that's obviously more food-based. There are some fun products in there, but so I think pretty much everything I ordered is food-themed, so maybe grab a snack if you get hungry. And just a side note, I will be recycling all of my plastic film through our Redwill subscription. Not affiliated, not sponsored by anybody. Just my own wallet. All right, so here is that chocolate donut palette. Let's open up the box. Here's what it looks like. Well, it's actually kind of a nice size to fit in my hand. All right, I did choose this chocolate donut palette because I thought it had the most wearable shades. These are really some everyday shades. There's some nice transition colors, there's some nice mattes and some shimmers. And I thought that this was a more wearable palette for everyday, and a lot of the other palettes I chose were very colorful. So I decided I needed to throw in one that was a very wearable everyday palette as well. So I think this looks beautiful so far. All right, so here's a fun one. And again, obviously, this is not going to be the most environmentally friendly packaging, but I do have to, give credit for the cute and clever packaging. And as a makeup lover and a makeup buyer, it is fun to have each of these have such a different theme, and that has this abundant packaging that goes along with it. So it adds to the fun of the opening and the collecting of it, of course. So I do recognize that, and I want to mention that too. Not all of them come like this, right? So some of them are just more in palettes. So every once in a while, I guess it's not so bad to throw in a little fun. But obviously here we have, this is the Margarita palette. And so we've got, you know, the bottle shape on the front and then it's flat on the back. And I think we should open this up if I can do it. I'm kind of sad to be taking it off. I'm ruining the packaging. I was trying to save it, but I couldn't save it. All right, so here is the Margarita palette. Nutrition facts on the back. Right, so the inside looks kind of like a watermelon, so it's kind of got watermelon vibes. I guess it's a watermelon margarita maybe. Or you can choose your flavor. you can choose which flavor of margarita you want to make here today. Again, we've got this center one here that's got that adorable embossed margarita glass on there. And then again, here we've got some fun colors. We still have a couple, at least one, a couple though, of these matte shades that would help you with transition. So I love that in all of these palettes, that even though they've got some really bright colors, they've got some neutral-ish colors that can really help to, you know, tie together a whole look. So I'm excited to be able to play with this. And we've got some of these Barbie colors over here as well in this palette. And then of course, just, I think this one looks like fun summer palette. So I'm excited to try these out. All right, now for not the last product, but the last eyeshadow palette I have. Did you hear something? Oh, it's the ice cream here. Yes, I am a huge nerd, I know that. All right, this is the Ice Cream Dream palette. So again, like I said, I like all of these packaging. They're big, but they all have these adorable themes and the fun kind of PR style packaging that you get even when you just buy it for yourself. You know, you're like me and you just want to pretend like you get PR. So you can just buy it for yourself and make a video and look. All right, so here is that Ice Cream Dream palette in the adorable little ice cream truck. Oh, I said we need to grab a snack. These are definitely making me hungry. All right, so here is the inner palette. Again, very adorable. We got some sprinkles. I bet my kids will take this. They'll want this. All right, so the palette itself is a much more manageable size, at least. So we've got that. Again, these cute little sprinkles in the ice cream cone. All right, let's take a look inside. All right, so this is a very pretty, colorful palette. I definitely think we've got some repeat-ish colors from the Margarita palette. Maybe some from the Red Velvet, like this one called Red Velvet, maybe. But that's okay. I don't mind that there is some overlap because, you know, I can also keep some for myself rather than put them all in my makeup kit. But I definitely love that, again, we've got some mattes that can work in transition shades. Not as many in this palette, so I'm glad we have the other palettes to kind of work in partnership with that. This cookie dough one in the middle here, that's looking pretty cool. Right here. It's got like a duo chrome texture looking thing. So anyway, these look beautiful. We've got a nice mix of mattes and shimmers. I just hope that the formula holds up well because I sure have a lot a lot to try. But I'll start with trying just a palette out and see how I think they perform. But that sure is pretty. And I also wanted to mention that I was watching another YouTube video from Misty, who is at Misty Pans, and she was using this palette and some other palettes from Glamlite, I believe, in her panning project. And so I was inspired from how colorful and beautiful some of her looks were, and how they turned out. I was inspired to buy some of these Glamlite palettes after I saw those, and I found out that it was 100% vegan and cruelty-free. I decided to go on this big haul. And of course, I will link her channel down below too. All right, now we have this Eye-cing, which is actually an eyeshadow base, and I chose the shade Buttercream. And I do have other cruelty-free and vegan eyeshadow primers, but I definitely wanted to pick this one up. First of all, I just thought that since it is Glamlite, I thought it would probably be well formulated to go with all of these eyeshadows, so I thought it'd be good to give it a try. And I'm just always looking for new options to include in my kit or in my own personal collection. Here is what the packaging looks like. So we've got the cute little buttercream packaging there. So I'm excited to give this out and try it out. And I also am going to be trying it out with the Adept Cosmetics that I just ordered as well. So we'll see how that goes. And now this is a lip set with 3 lip glosses, and it doesn't have like a name. So clearly this says Mikayla, and Mikayla is a YouTuber. I think she's a YouTuber. She's definitely a makeup influencer on some social media platform, and you would think I live under a rock because I don't know this. I should know this. But the only reason I had heard her name before was because of what they were calling Lashgate. And if you don't know what that is, you can go look that up. But briefly, she was doing an ad for a L'Oreal mascara, and she tried it on, and then she cut away and cut back, and she was saying how good the eyeshadow was, or the mascara was, but then she actually had added false lashes when she cut away, and she didn't disclose that. So people were pretty upset with her. And recently she just got married and had a collab with e.l.f., and people got mad at her again because she was doing some publicity with her new e.l.f. lip. I think it was a lip duo of liner and lipstick for her wedding. And anyway, I have no idea, but I feel like there's a lot of controversy surrounding her right now. So forgive me, whichever camp you stand on. I didn't know who she was when I ordered these. But so there's a 3 lip gloss set, and they don't seem to have, it just says Mikayla by Glamlite, or Mikayla x Glamlite. There's no like shades on any of these. This is like a white shimmer. I'm assuming it's clear, like a clear translucent shimmer. There's a gold shimmery one. And then there's one that almost has like a light pink, peach, nudish color. So I haven't tried these. I haven't opened them for the first time. This is the first time I'm opening them, so I'll have to give them a try. They do look pretty, but please don't come for me if you're mad that I bought them. I didn't know. All right, and the last thing we have here is a Mimosa Champagne highlighter, and it's a nice big highlighter palette. So here is that Mimosa highlighter. So it's definitely a very golden shade. It's definitely very golden, but I guess you could say champagne colored as well, mimosa colored, because you've got the orange and champagne mixed together, right? So it looks really beautiful. We'll have to give this a try. Maybe this was the last product, so maybe I should go get a brush so we can apply the highlighter and give at least something a try before we go. All right, before I do the highlighter, a quick check-in on this concealer. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. I don't think it's as good as the Makeup Forever one. I do feel like it emphasizes a lot of texture, and it's pretty drying. It's not terrible, but it's also seems to not have completely done a lot for the color, like kind of dark circles. I definitely think the Makeup Forever one has a better coverage as well. So yeah, it's just really, really textury. So again, I wouldn't recommend going out and buying it. I might try and see if I can get it to work some other ways, just so it's not a complete loss, but I definitely wouldn't repurchase it, that's for sure. And I may or may not use it again. All right, so let's go ahead and try out this Mimosa highlighter from Glamlite and see how it looks. I'm just using a Real Techniques setting brush. If you didn't catch it, don't forget to watch my video on all of my favorite drugstore and high-end makeup brushes. I will link that. So here we go. Woo! Too much, too much, too much. I picked up too much. This was my fault. I definitely put on too much, so I'm going to go and try to remove some with a sponge real quick. All right, well, I do think that this is a nice formulation on the highlighter and it applied nicely. I think it's probably better suited for someone with a bit of a darker skin tone than myself, which is fine because I can put it in my kit and use it for someone with a darker skin tone. It is beautiful. I have to say it's pretty glittery, a little more glittery than I think I would prefer for myself, because I think it's emphasizing a little bit of texture. But like I said, I think the color is a little dark for me anyway, so that could also really be enhancing it. I'll go ahead and save this one for someone with a darker skin tone than myself, but I definitely think it's worth giving it another try. Since we're still here, let's try one of these lip glosses. The center gold one looks really pretty, so I want to give that one a try. All right, again, this is just a Mikayla by Glamlite lip trio that doesn't tell me a color name or anything. I'm just using a disposable lip wand here in case I decide to add it to my kit. I'm keeping it hygienic. I can't tell if it's my lip wand or the lip gloss that has almost like a chemical-y smell. Okay. I'm not sure if this is scented, but it almost has like a chemical-y, like a light, but like a chemical-y kind of smell to it. Well, I just applied it to the light lipstick that I had on, and it applied really nicely over lipstick. I think it's actually very beautiful. It feels nice on the lips. The only thing I will say is that it seems to have a little bit of a scent, whether that's a fragrance or just kind of a chemical scent. I can't quite say yet. It's not very strong, but it exists, so I definitely just want to mention that. But it feels really nice. I think the gold is really pretty, really light and not super in your face, but just a nice little shimmer. So I do like that so far. All right, that was everything. We made it through the box there. Thank you for sticking with me. Again, I'm Anne-Marie, and this is Unfiltered Makeup. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Unfiltered Makeup for more videos like this. And if you've made it this far, in the comments, let me know if you've ever tried either Adept Cosmetics or Glamlite, and let me know your thoughts. I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.